Reaching Your Potential, Be Active, Talking to the Stars, and Ask Barb, coming up on helpmysquashgame.com. Hi, and this is Barb Cooper from helpmysquashgame.com, welcoming you back again. Reaching your potential. What does that mean? Well, funny enough, Daniel Pink wrote a book about it. And the premise was that you have no regrets in your life. How I take that on the squash court is leave it all on the court. When you practice, when you play matches, do the best you can, give it 100%, and then win or lose, you will always be a winner and you will have reached your potential. So now, let's talk about your game. And let's talk about the difference between being active to hit a shot and passive. In my world, active means you're going forwards to hit the ball. You're getting your body weight behind the ball so that you can use it. It means that anytime you have a 50-50 ball where you could move forwards or backwards, you actually choose to move forwards. Passive means you're allowing the ball to get to you. Now, if you really want to reach your potential and you're thinking about being active on the court like this, those shots that I gave you last show, which were the volley drop, the volley to the length, and the mid-court boast, those shots are where you really need to pay attention to this particular idea. And now it's time for Talking to the Stars. And we're fortunate enough to talk with Sam Cornett, a regular member of this show, who's just about to leave to represent Canada in the Pan Am Games. So here we are with Sam Cornett. And Sam, you're just about to go to Argentina?
That's right, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Wow, so what's that about? That's the Pan Am Championships?
That's correct.
So what's the difference?
Well, the Pan Am Games are once every 4 years, and the Pan Am Championships take place for the 3 years in between.
And if I remember right, the last time you were playing in the Pan Am Games, you came away with the gold. How cool was that?
It was very cool. A team gold, I think, is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. I think it's one of the coolest things you can do, because experiencing something together is amazing, especially when you come from an individual sport like you and I.
Yeah. So in terms of our team, our women's team this year, how are we looking?
We've got a really strong team this year, and it's a especially cool team because we're all quite young. Holly's the youngest on the women's team, and she's 18, so I like our chances, and I know it's going to be a tough competition there. Everyone's building pretty strong teams, so it's going to be exciting.
So who is going to be your biggest threat?
I believe the biggest threat from what I've seen is going to be the US. They've got some heavy hitters coming. Both Sophie sisters and Olivia Blatchford will be there, and I think Natalie Granger is coaching them, so they're ready to fight.
But wasn't it the US that you played in the finals before?
At the games, we didn't. We actually played Colombia in the finals.
Colombia, yes.
Yeah.
And that was nail-biting, right, last time?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. It was especially interesting because Miranda had played the one woman on their team, I think, 4 times throughout the week, so they were really right into it.
Yes. Well, all I can tell you is the whole of Canada is behind you. We really wish you well, and obviously we wish the men's team as well. How's the men's team looking?
The men's team is looking really strong. A good young team as well. It's going to be Dave Letourneau, Graham Schnell, and Dane Sharp. So sort of a fresh team, and they're all looking for good experience and to take home the gold, I hope.
Well, I mean, it will be a great sort of blooding experience for them, so when they come back in 2015, all of those players are potentially eligible for the Pan Am Games in Toronto.
Yes.
Right, so that's going to be a really interesting one. So we wish you well, wish you good luck, and come back with whatever you can. Just do your best.
Brilliant. Thanks, Barb.
And now it's time for Ask Barb. And I got a viewer write in saying, I feel slow on the court. Is there anything I can do about it? Well, actually, there's a lot of things. And slow to me probably means that your first step from the tee is the one that's not powerful enough. So there's lots of things you can do for that. The first one is develop a really good, what I would call split step. A really powerful push off from that tee position. Make sure you're looking at the ball so that you can watch your opponent and you know where it's going. So your split step is going to anticipate going in the right direction. The other thing is do lots of agility drills. You know what? If you just put ladders down or take lines, whether they're paving stones or lines on the court, and start to do foot patterns, they will help you become quicker. Your feet will be more nimble. And lastly, if you're not powerful enough, then of course, hate to say it, but you're going to have to do some bounding exercises. Simple, old-fashioned jumping. Get the power in your thighs. Start working on lunging. Start thinking about doing some hill sprints, short sprints. Don't have to be long, because this first step is only one step. You need that to be powerful. So don't flog away. You're looking for one quick, powerful bound. You can do this inside, outside. You don't even really need a lot of equipment. It will make a difference, and make sure that you do it on both legs. You need your left leg as smart as your right. This is Barb Cooper from HelpMySquashGame.com, signing off.